Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and I'm bringing you a rather lovely example of a very late Beetle, I guess. And VW Beetles have got a global appeal, and there's people all over the world who love these hugely exported German car, and this particular one has always caused a bit of controversy because it's known as the Super Beetle. The Super Beetle meant it was actually a larger car. It was heavily redesigned from the very early ones. Things like McPherson struts, those big wheels, make the car completely different and far more modern to drive than the well-loved very early and near ancient Beetles. This one's a special edition, and VW did that during the 70s, and this one they called it a campaign model, and a 1300 engine, and it's a very interesting story about the numbering system on the VWs. You ought to go and have a look. And this one is quite simply a stunning example. It featured in Total VW magazine a couple of times, and it certainly won some trophies, and it was probably known on the VW scene. I mean, here at Bradley James Classics we deal with all classic cars, not just VWs. So if you want a really rock solid example of an appreciating asset, and I believe that this beautiful example of a 1303 VW Beetle from 1976, you're not going to be disappointed. Now, hopefully you've seen by me having a look round just how lovely she is. Now I'm going to go round a little slower so you can see the condition of the paintwork. I'm also going to be very mindful of the fact that there's going to be a few areas. Now if I get into that GP wheel, you'll see there's a little bit of corrosion, so a powder coating wouldn't go amiss. Lovely rich paint, always a good sign of a good restoration, where an older restoration like this presents so well today. Absolutely correct tyres. Again, if I'm being fussy, I could zoom in, you can just see a little bit of rust starting to form on those. I'm being fussy here. I get down very close there. Can you see that tiny little scratch? I am being fussy. Excellent chrome, excellent interior. One or two stone chips around the headlamp there. But again, I'm not trying to treat this car like a concourse show winner anymore. But I think you're going to be very hard pressed to find too many cars which are nicer examples than this. The originality is really important with these cars, and this one certainly has it. If I get in there and I'm being fussy, I can see a little scratch, but as I say, I am being fussy and I'm getting in quite close to feature some of these. What's really nice is, because of the magazine article, which actually does come with a car, down there's a nice pile of paperwork. It does document when this car was bought and how long it was owned for, and that's a remarkable 54,900 miles. Look at that period, totally correct. Blaupont radio. Look how lovely that headlining is through here, and the totally correct seats. Lovely door cards, rubber matting, and of course that very special steering wheel, which I think actually really suits these. And some of the differences, if you see how panoramic really that large front windscreen is, and when we go around the back, considering we just happen to have a very early oval VW in stock at the moment, the rear screen looks vast compared to what you were seeing in those 50s Beetles. You know, I actually think that these cars if you're using one as a driver, I think you're going to prefer driving something like a 70s Super Beetle than you probably would do some of the early models. However, each to their own. I personally think that this colour scheme is a real hot chocolate. Looks absolutely stunning, and everyone who's seen this car has commented on just how good she looks. So she's rock solid. We know these cars well enough to know where to look out for the usual signs. I think you're going to be very delighted with this one. Obviously, we would invite you to come and have a good look. Within reason, we're very happy to answer a few sensible questions. Send us an email with anything you need to know. But I strongly recommend you take the effort and make the time to come and view the cars that we have up for sale, because obviously condition descriptions are very objectionable. You won't have any disappointments with this car, because this car is so lovely and honest, in such lovely condition, and drives so well. I think you're going to fall in love as soon as you see and drive this wonderful example. Anyway folks, that's Danny from Bradley James Classics signing out. A 1976 Beetle 1303 in stock now. Please get in contact to come and view this lovely car while we still have her. Thanks folks.